Hello, and welcome to this month's Safety Minute. It's a brand new year. This tends to be the time of year when companies stop operation, they gather everybody up, and they take a moment to refocus on safety. It's what they usually call a fresh start. And in that time of refocusing, the whole point is so that you guys have a successful year, not only in production, but also in safety, where nobody gets hurt. In spirit of this fresh start, I want to take a moment to focus on getting your head in the game so that you guys can have that successful year. To do that, I want to paint an all too familiar scenario. A scenario that if you've ever driven in a car with a passenger, odds are this has happened to you. I want you to picture where you're driving down the road and you have someone on your right in the passenger seat. A spouse, a partner, maybe a really good friend. And as you're driving down the road, you guys are chatting it up, having a good old time. Or perhaps you're saying nothing as you're both just looking straight down the road. And then it happens. That passenger sees something. They see something perhaps up ahead that they think you don't see. Maybe they're a little concerned about your driving to the road conditions. Maybe they think you're starting to doze off a little. And they make that all too familiar fatal mistake. They correct your driving. It's my experience that when people correct other people's driving, it never ends up well. We tend to be really short, sometimes rude, sometimes we say things we regret later on. Things like, get out, shut up, you drive. Sometimes we even go as far and say F off. Why do we do this? Why do we freak out when other people correct our safety? And it doesn't just have to be with driving. This also happens when we're at work, or we're working around the house, or we're out there living our life doing things we love to do. And somebody comes up when they see a hazard, they see energy that they feel is uncontrolled, and they say something about it. Instead of looking upon that energy as something we can control so no one gets hurt, our gut reaction is just to push back, to explode, to freak out on them. In order to get your head in the game, I want to take a moment now to dissect what just occurred there. When that person corrected your driving, the first thing we need to understand is this is someone we care about. This is a spouse, a partner, a friend. And we're supposed to want to hear what they have to say. And not only are we supposed to want to hear what they have to say, but they happen to be putting their lives into our hands at that time. Because we're the ones driving. They have every right to speak up. And not only do they have every right to speak up, they should speak up. Because they aren't just your spouse or your partner or your friend. They're also your co-pilot. And they happen to come with a driver's license, which means they also have a whole lot of knowledge on driving. And when they see something, they should say something. Imagine if you're flying with an airline, and every time the co-pilot said something to the pilot just lost it on them. I can't imagine me wanting to fly with an airline like that. Would you want to? And not only does your co-pilot, your loved one, come with all this knowledge on driving, they also come with a second set of eyes. They get to see things that you do see or maybe you don't see. And on top of all that, they happen to have the exact same goal as you do. To get to your destination safely. I can't imagine why we would want to freak out on somebody like that. Somebody we care about. Someone who comes with knowledge. Someone who has a second set of eyes. Someone with the exact same goal as you do. Yet that's what we tend to do. And the worst part is when we freak out on other people, we tend to train them not to speak up when we need them. I can tell you I'm a really good driver, but I'm not a perfect driver. There are times when I'm not focused on the road. There are times when I daydream. There's times when I'm going faster than I think I am. There's times when I'm late and I'm bending the rules. There's times when I don't see the hazard up ahead. And the worst thing I could do is train my spouse or my friend or my partner to not speak up when those times occur. I have made a rule for myself, and that is when people do speak up and correct my driving, instead of saying shut up, get out, you drive, or even F off, which I'm guilty of every single one of those. Instead, I try to say a different 2 words now. I try to say thank you. Because I understand that they don't want to get hurt. They want to make it to their destination. And they don't want to see me get hurt either. So I take the time to thank them for caring about me, instead of freaking out for caring about me. So in the spirit of getting your head in the game, I want to challenge you. Challenge you to make a commitment to yourself over this year. And that commitment I want to challenge you with is when someone approaches your safety, to just be a little bit more patient with them. To understand that they're just trying to help you get home safely every day. And if you're someone who is also already easily approachable about your safety, I want to challenge you to be a little bit more patient with other people when you approach them on their safety. Because at the end of this year, not only do you guys want to have a successful year in production, but I can almost guarantee you also want to have a successful year in safety to where you don't get hurt. So take up my challenge and have a great new year. I hope you enjoyed the Safety Minute. If you want more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to bring me out to your workplace, go to spencerspeaks.ca. And until the next Safety Minute, stay safe.